Aries, to your Astrology reading for March. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, guys, this is where I take astrology and tarot and make focused a monthly horoscope using only one of the 12 houses. So let's get in here. See what's going on with you. We have some Mars energy coming out. Ooh, some beautiful Leo going straight into the third house. Nice, guys. Oh, Mars is your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Doing it with some of that Leo energy. A lot of fire going on over here. Flamboyant, dramatic, passionate, focuses on the importance of belief and going straight into that third house of what you need to know and what you're going to learn, your potentials to learn something. Okay, let's see what's going on. Well, for instance, let's go straight to Aries over here. This is focusing for the month. Right, it's focusing for the month over here. For this third house, that Mars energy. I mean, sitting in your own energy over here of Mars is pretty impactful for you. Okay, it's bringing in that action, that drive. Could be some conflict in communication, but we are in Mercury retrograde, so that wouldn't really surprise me if you did have that impact. But because it's happening through this Leo energy, there's going to be a little more confidence and creativity coming through. So I figured like any harsh, communications that you guys are going to have, you'll have the confidence to, not have to be so rough. Right? Like, you're not going to step on my toes. Because you can feel that pride coming out, that self-belief, putting yourself in kind of this limelight to be heard. I'm not going to shrink, right? You're not going to shrink me. Not now, right? So, I mean, if there is something you need to speak up on or express yourself about, you're definitely going to do so. With all this fire, there's no way. They don't have a chance, right? They don't have a chance going straight into the third house over here. So you're definitely going to be learning something about this situation. So let's see what the situation is, getting straight into the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. So much fire going on over here. We do have, there it is, those communications. That's crazy, talking about those communications, but resting easy about that situation when it comes to your celebrations. Wow. So definitely feeling like you're in this place of celebration, not having to worry about any kind of miscommunication. It's kind of like you want to start a fight with me right now. I've learned pretty much to just let it fall off me like water right now. I'm not even going to go there. I have my own things that I'm doing. I'm creating my own happiness, involving myself around people who make me happy and things that make me happy. So I do feel like in the beginning of the month, the third house is saying, you know what, I'm not going to let this affect me. So very beautiful, guys. Okay, so let's get straight into the mid-month to see where this is going. I've learned that I'm not going to do so. We do have a little bit of moodiness. Now your moodiness is kind of coming in. You might be a little disappointed about this situation. Okay, so just looks like it does look like by the mid-month it's getting a little more off balance. I mean, look, everything's off balance. Everything's in reverse. They're taking this to the next level, aren't they? They didn't like your piece. They didn't like your answer. I think they really wanted to combat with you. I think they really wanted to argue with you. Okay. They may feel like they were giving more conversation, more argumentative responses to you. I feel like they're trying to push all your buttons and you're just not responding the way they want you to respond. Even though you have all this fire, you've learned to tame the fire. You've learned to just, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. You found your power over domination. Okay? So you're letting it go. Absolutely. So it does feel like you've withdrawn. Withdrawn from this conversation. I'm not going to let you get my go. They're really pushing, aren't they? Whether it's at work or whether it's a love situation, a friend, family member, it doesn't matter what it is. They're really pushing your buttons over here, trying to get you to respond. Why do they want you angry? Maybe because they want you to say something. Maybe they want to win at all costs. Okay, talk about winning at all costs. At the end of the month, we have the Six of Wands. Not repeating history. I think this is a Mercury retrograde type of ordeal. I feel like there may be brought something back up from the past. And that's why you don't want to argue about it. Because it says living in the past. They're living in the past. And you know it. Let the truth be known. Yeah. Yeah. So disengaging, finding your mental truth. You already know the truth about the situation, Aries. There's no reason to engage in something that's some kind of past grudge, some kind of past argument. So, your third house says, what did you really learn from the situation? What you learned was that they're trying to push all your buttons to engage into something that's old, that does not need to be renewed, whether they're coming back from the past or it's just the argument from the past. Maybe it's two in one. And you found your peace and your solitude and your truth within the situation. And seriously, this is where you've learned, I don't need this. Right. So it's a very good, reading actually for the month, guys, in the third house for you, because you're finding your victory over your peace when it comes to this person, not going to allow them to interact with you on something that's nonsense. Okay. So I really do like that. So just watch that. And that is it, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.